play design here on this first clip I'm showing you. DeAndre Carter's going to motion across the formation, then run this vertical route. Dyami Brown's going to run a vertical route as well, and then Terry McLaurin's going to run this out behind them. And you're going to have this defender right here. He's going to match its cover. It looks like cover 3, and they're matching these routes. And he's going to run downfield with DeAndre Carter, who is responsible for the zone where Terry McLaurin will be running. And he's going to match up with Dyami Brown. So he's going to get back here. This guy comes down, and he's responsible for everything underneath in this area. And so you're going to end up having Terry McLaurin wide open here. I'll show you. Terry McLaurin just running up and then out like a sail route, and he's wide open. So the problem on this play, Taylor Heinicke is very late throwing this ball. You'll see Terry McLaurin is open right now. Got him coming down right there. Again, these guys are all matching. So Terry McLaurin's about to hit a wide open zone. This ball should be being thrown right now. But you see Taylor Heinicke, I mean, look at Terry McLaurin. Taylor Heinicke still hasn't thrown it, still hasn't thrown it, still hasn't thrown it. So this is just indicates how wide open Terry McLaurin is. And finally when he throws it, he's still got some room, but it's high, so it doesn't allow him to get yards after catch. So this ball really should be thrown right here. Right in line and sync with when Heinicke hits the top of his drop. And Terry's open, you throw this ball, and if he's catching it right about now, he's able to turn upfield and get some more yards. It's late, it's high. So not a great way to start, even though you end up having a good gain on this first play. This play should be better, it should be bigger, and executed more efficiently. Got a shot here play dialed up by Scott Turner. Dyami Brown's just going to run a little out and up. And then you've got a couple check downs here. Check and then release. And then Terry McLaurin's just going to run one step out and then run the post. Now this is a really good play by Taylor Heinicke. Play action fake. He slips to the top of his drop right there. He's also under pressure because of blitz brought by the Packers. That is former Cowboys linebacker Jalen Smith there. Ends up still making a really good throw, or a good enough throw. Terry McLaurin makes a really good catch. Watch Terry McLaurin win on this route. Right, if Heinicke doesn't slip and if there's no pressure, this ball is coming out right now. But it's an impressive play because he avoids the sack, is still able to get the ball there. You get the touchdown. And again, a really good catch. All around good play by Heinicke. And you're going to see the Packers here, they're going to overload this side of the line. 1, 2, and then 3. So it's 3 on 2 right here. Gibson's going to have to come across and make that block. And he actually doesn't do a great job on the block, but he does just enough, right? He gets there, and then Jalen Smith gets past him, but Heinicke's able to do the rest. If Gibson does enough, Heinicke does his part, and then you end up with a play that is more difficult than it should have been, but is still a success. And that has more to do with the Packers bringing pressure and Heinicke kind of slipping there. All around a good play. Good play by Taylor Heinicke. Great play by Terry McLaurin. Now this is a pretty interesting formation, a way of lining up. You've got a 3-by-1 tight stack. You don't see that too often. 3-by-1, and what you're going to have is you're going to have Dyami Brown. I think that's Adam Humphries or Dax Milne clearing out the middle of the field, taking these safeties, and then Terry McLaurin coming up behind them. You got the crossing route underneath. This is a good throw by Heinicke. Now it ends up being incomplete, but you get the pass interference call. It is good coverage by the Packers, and it's tough to see. This is a tough catch for Terry McLaurin. Tough to see if it's a drop, if it was the pass interference that led to the incompletion. Or I guess it was the pass interference. The DB got his hand in there. But again, you get the call. But I like the decision there by Heinicke. I like that they're being aggressive, and he's driving that ball down the field. And it is a good throw. About 20, 25 yards down the field. Here we're going to have a check down by Taylor Heinicke. You've got the post route, the deep crossing route, the dig. And you just have a little leak into the flat there and just a check down. That's what that looks like. Defensively, it's tough to say exactly what they're doing. Looks like it might be cover 3, cover 4, cover 6. It's maybe cover 6. Anyway, you're going to check the ball down there. I think that this dig to Terry McLaurin is probably available. I don't hate the decision. I think his clock starts to move a little faster than it needs to. He seems like he kind of gets a little antsy in the pocket there and just gets rid of it when I think You hit the play action. You go play action fake, reading it out to the left. You could probably make this throw if you wanted to, but I don't hate the decision by Heinicke to check this down to McKissick. Now, the one thing I want to point out on this play, and I'm not calling this a missed opportunity, but I would love to see a quarterback in Washington one of these days who could make this throw, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. DeAndre Carter down the field. Now he's open because he's working to the open side of the field, and he's got this guy chasing him. And I'd love to have a quarterback who's making this throw. It's not that far of a throw. It's about 50 yards. Make a 50-yard throw right outside of these hash marks. Let Carter keep working this way, away from the defensive back, and score a touchdown. Again, I'm not saying that Heinicke missed this play, missed that opportunity. I'm just saying a quarterback who can make plays like that for Washington is really what they need. And you'll just see him kind of get a little antsy in the pocket here. Looking left, gets a little uncomfortable when he doesn't have to. But not a bad decision. Now this is a missed opportunity here by Heinicke. You have a vertical route on the outside. McKissick's going to run a little whip route. Just an over route. And then something like that. And he just sails this ball. The timing is good. It's there. He just sails it. It looks like maybe cover 4. But this ball is just too high. And this is on third down and 5. Right, if you can just put this ball right on Terry McLaurin, it's at least a catch and you're down at the 5. I think there's a possibility if this ball is somewhat high but still within reach for McLaurin that he catches it right here. And this DB still goes up for the pick like he does, and McLaurin just walks into the end zone. I think your worst case, you're down at the 5. Best case, it's a touchdown. Just sails the ball. And, if you try to figure out why, there's no reason to point out why this ball sails on him. There's no pressure. Doesn't do much of anything differently. Just if he misses, he tends to miss high. And like I said, I think this is one where if he would have been high, but still within reach for McLaurin, I think that this guy right here jumps for the ball, and McLaurin jumps and catches it and walks into the end zone. This is a bad missed opportunity. I really like this play by Taylor Heinicke. It's a pretty simple concept. You got the deep dig, you got the deep out, you got the vertical route that's clearing out for the out route. You're going to go play action. And, Heinicke wants this deep out from Ricky Seals-Jones. And, man, it's there. Sorry if the quality's not great. That's because of Game Pass. But it's there, but the pressure is there, too fast. I mean, his second read would be to come back and hit this dig. Again, he's off and running at this point. But then he takes off 38 yards. There was a moment where I thought he was going to score here, which would have been really cool. But you can see it again. This is a well-executed play now on the back end, but the offensive line fails on this one, especially the right side, right tackle Cornelius Lucas. This is why it's important to have a quarterback who can do this, who can be mobile. They don't have to be especially dynamic. That's even better. But someone who can at least escape like this. And you see off the left edge, that's where you're going to have that pressure right when he wants to make that throw. He has to get out of there. And he has a good feel there for the pocket. If that pressure is not there, he's hitting Ricky Seals-Jones. And if he doesn't hit Ricky Seals-Jones, he's coming back and he's hitting Terry McLaurin. It ends up still being a good play, even though it's a broken play. Now on third down again, you're going to have Humphreys come out of the backfield, motion out of the backfield. You're going to have that spot route. Terry McLaurin's running a vertical route. Jaden McKissick underneath on the crossing route. Honestly, this play is just well covered by the Packers. Man defense, it's just well covered. Not really, this ball is high. Sure, it's high to Jaden McKissick, kind of sets him up to take the shot that he takes. But even if this ball is not high, he's not getting the first down, and nobody else is really open. And I don't put that on play design by Scott Turner, the play call. I just think it's good coverage. I mean, your second best options would be this or trying to get a throw in there to Ricky Seals-Jones. It's just, again, it's good man defense. If they would have brought pressure, then it would have been there. he wants this little speed out. It's not even speed out, just this little out quick into the flat by Humphries first, and it's well defended. And so coming back, working back to the middle, and this is what you want. You've got him matched up on a linebacker, and the linebacker is getting caught up in all this traffic. You got a single high safety, you got an underneath kind of robber, and he sees it and he plays it really well. So it's just a well defended play by the Packers. And now on 4th and 3, you're going for it, and it's just another well defended play. Terry McLaurin on the comeback, slant, a little shallow cross, over. McKissick's going to motion the backfield and run a wheel route. And it's just, again, good man defense here from the Packers. Right? I mean, you've got Ricky Seals-Jones here. He's tied up. DeAndre Carter, who is, kind of running a rub route, but it's affecting him more than it's affecting this linebacker. And then you've got double there, Adam Humphries, and then Terry McLaurin wins over the top, except that he's running a comeback route. And so him winning over the top, the cornerback getting beat on the vertical route, the vertical portion of this route, allows for him to recover because of the comeback. Terry McLaurin almost wins too much at the, line of scrimmage. If this is a vertical route, I like that. But running a comeback route, again, with this tight coverage, I don't love that because you win at the top, but you're turning around, right? He wins there. So if he's run straight downfield, this is a touchdown if you throw it. But yeah, so it's just good defense again. And this is the second time, you've gotten this close. Last time, you sailed the ball to Terry McLaurin, and then you kicked the field goal, but it was blocked, so no points. And then now 4th and 3, and no points again. 2nd and 4. And you're trying to hit Terry McLaurin on this little in, up, and out. Gonna go boom, boom, boom. And that's where Heinicke is about to go when he is unfortunately sacked, and the ball is very easily recovered by the Packers. This is coming off of, halftime. You're down 14-7. You got a 6-yard run on first down. And I would love to see how this play would have ended. I like that you're taking this shot to McLaurin. See right about here. You got to put this ball over here somewhere, away from this safety, but over top of this cornerback. Fortunately, it never happens. Pressure is given up by Charles Leno on the left side of the line. See, right here. And he's stepping up. This is on Leno. This isn't on Heinicke or his clock or anything. He's getting ready to let this ball go. If you check the timing of the play and what it should be, boom, boom, and he's getting ready to throw it right after that second hitch. This ends up being another good play by Heinicke. You're going to have these routes, and they're going to clear out the middle of the field for Humphries running the deep crossing route. Now, Heinicke does leave the pocket early again here. He doesn't have to get out of there. He gets out, though, and he does make a good throw on the run. I do really like this play off script by Heinicke. He just wasn't able to chunk together enough good plays for them to keep getting in the end zone. Every time they started to get close to the end zone, the negative plays started to come out, and that was really the difference in this game. Again, guys are getting open, right? He didn't have to leave the pocket here, but he does. He makes the play. I thought that Scott Turner, honestly, I thought he called a good game this week. And again, Scott Turner's just doing a really good job of spreading this defense out. Vertical routes, taking away this underneath defense, and you're going to get Seals-Jones going to come through the gap, and he's going to run this deep out route, and then you're going to get Terry McLaurin running this crossing route, and you're really going to put these defenders into a bind. I really like these play designs. Again, guys are getting open. Right here, you're putting this DB in a bind, because again, carrying him. So he's got to essentially guard two guys. Heinicke opts for McLaurin, right? You could hit either one. You could hit McLaurin. You could hit Seals-Jones. He hits McLaurin. McLaurin does what he does best: break tackle, and then get up the field. And again, I just really like the play design here against what looks like, I don't know, it's really tough to tell you what these Packers coverages are. I'll be honest with you. It is tough to tell. They are disguising, it looks like almost, pretty much everything pre-snap other than man. This may be cover 4. I can't tell you. But it's really well executed play by the offense. A nice play by Heinicke. You're just going to work Ricky Seals-Jones over the middle and get down to about the 5-yard line. Start right, come back middle, Seals-Jones, get down to the 6. Very easy, simple play, but good execution. Again, everything was good until, you got too close to the end zone here. Good catch. Now here's the play everyone will remember, unfortunately. You're just going to have crossing route, glance route, Texas route, curl route, spot route. I think you could hit J.D. McKissick immediately on this little Texas route right here. You could get that ball in there. I think either way Heinicke doesn't, and that's a fine decision. Gets out of the pocket, goes to the end zone, and just fails to get across the goal line. I mean, again, I think your really only opportunity was in here to McKissick. Once you don't hit that, I think you gotta act real fast to get the ball into one of these other ones. To get the ball to Humphreys here, this is not open. McLaurin's not open, so I think he makes the right decision to get out of the pocket here. I don't think he missed a real opportunity to throw the ball for a touchdown. He just should have run standing up over the goal line. He may have gotten shoulder checked. He wouldn't have taken a shot. I don't really know how to describe this play. It's just very unfortunate. He's got to protect himself, but you got to make sure you get over the goal line. It's just kind of weird the way he did it. Because he didn't really dive, and he reached the ball out, but then he didn't. And he really should have just run into the end zone here, standing up. Now Scott Turner was getting really comfortable here. This was after the end around for 38 yards to DeAndre Carter. Then you kind of run a double reverse, toss it back to the quarterback, and backers again do a great job of covering. Right, you're trying to get this leak out by Ricky Seals-Jones, and you've got someone right on him, so he's not there. It's well covered. A good job not throwing the ball here by Heinicke. Most he could have done was come back this way, look to McLaurin, but I'm fine with the decision here to just take off and run. And, again, he's done a really good job of sliding and protecting himself. At the end zone, he just, I don't know. He just protected himself a little too well because that should have been a touchdown. But anyway, I like the play call, I like the play design. You're expecting this guy, you're wanting this guy to come up and crash on something. On one of these end arounds, he just stays back in coverage. It's very well covered by this Packers defense. Good playoff schedule by Heinicke. Now here in the red zone, my biggest knock with Scott Turner is the red zone offense. Really not red zone offense, I should say goal to go offense within about the 5-yard line or so. It's just it's not the most effective package of plays. Again, everyone's just covered here. Pretty much, right? You could throw this route here to Humphreys probably. I mean, maybe that's where that ball is supposed to go immediately. You look everywhere else, and they got this play tied up tight. Again, Heinicke leaves the pocket, which is a fine decision here, and he makes what I think is a good throw to Terry McLaurin, a good enough throw that should be caught for a touchdown. Right. Gets out of the pocket and then makes the throw, and I think it's accurate enough for the touchdown. And again, maybe this ball is just supposed to come out here to Adam Humphreys immediately. It's supposed to throw it right now because it looks like there's some separation there. It's tough to tell, but that may be a tough throw. I mean, it's a pretty long throw. You got to drive that ball, put it right on the sideline, or else it could be a pick six. So either way, I think just Terry McLaurin's got to catch this one. And now here on 4th down, the Packers are going to bring everybody. They are going to bring the house. And so you're going to have multiple options here. Heinicke knows he's got to get this ball out quick. You got this, and something like that. And he opts for Seals-Jones, who, in my opinion, just really does not run a good route. I don't know whether or not this is pass interference, but it's not a good route by Seals-Jones. He just kind of runs it, and it's just covered. And then you look at, Dax Milne here on this side and watch him. And there's your touchdown right there. Or you look at Terry McLaurin here in the back of the end zone. There's your touchdown. Got to get the ball out quick. It's tough to really critique the decision after the fact. I put this more on Seals-Jones and really just not doing a great job of getting open. And on the Packers is good coverage. But you just would have loved if Heinicke would have gone to Dax Milne here, really. Rookie gets his first touchdown, and he's just wide open. It just doesn't get any easier than that. Another failed fourth down. Here's another play back in the end zone. You're down 24-7. This is almost more or less really garbage time. And you're just going to have this right here. And then you're hitting the third one behind it. And I like the decision. I like the timing. But the throw is, again, just high. This throw has got to be on your body, on the numbers, and just make a tough catch. It's just too high. And, Heinicke just had a really up and down day. But the down was just too much. Now, I thought the offensive line really didn't have a very good day. Now, I can't put the loss on them because in spite of their struggles, other than the sack, the strip sack, the fumble, the offense was able to move the ball up and down the field regardless. But I like this. I think this is a pretty good play by Heinicke. You're going to have the pressure off the right edge. That's Cornelius Lucas again giving up that pressure. And Heinicke's wrapped up, manages to stay up just enough and get this ball here to Ricky Seals-Jones and avoid the sack. So I thought that, I thought this was a pretty, you're down 24-7, so this play doesn't really matter, but just pointing it out. I thought this was an impressive play here by Heinicke. Overall, not a good day by the offensive line, but not the reason that they lost the game. And then here you've got the interception, and this is really it's a really bad throw. I expect Heinicke to hit this throw. He is more of a touch thrower. I don't particularly love running a goal line fade to, Adam Humphries, to one of your shorter receivers. This is more of a Cam Sims, Gandy Golden, even De'Ami Brown, or really Terry McLaurin type of route throw. Ricky Seals-Jones, Logan Thomas, one of your bigger guys. But this ball is just massively underthrown. It's inside and it's short. Humphrey should be catching this ball somewhere right along the sideline towards the back pylon, the back corner of the end zone, and you see where this ball is thrown. Unless if Heinicke's trying to throw it more back shoulder, but I don't think that's the way that this is supposed to be thrown. I think it's just underthrown, short and inside. Now, again, the game was essentially over at this point, so this interception didn't hurt you particularly. It didn't hurt you really actually at all, but this is pretty similar to the interception against the Saints. It's just underthrown. This ball needs to be thrown with touch and over top of that tight coverage. A really bad throw.